28 years later, rages to $60 million global bow. Elio misses liftoff with $35 million. How to Train Your Dragon flies to $358 million, and Lilo and Stitch tops $910 million WW international box office. Updated. Danny Bull's 28 years later has come alive with an estimated $60 million worldwide bow. The split is dead even at the domestic and international box office with $30 million each for the auteur-driven R-rated Sony horror movie. This is slightly above pre-weekend projections. The opening in 59 offshore markets is higher than recent auteur horror Sinners, plus 76%, and on par with Nosferatu. It's bigger than horror franchise films A Quiet Place, Part 2, plus 13%, Evil Dead Rise, plus 24%, and Smile 2, plus 29%, all in like-for-like markets at current exchange rates. Amid a heatwave raging in the market, 28 years later stormed the UK at a #1 start of $6.4 million. Mexico was the next best bow at $2.7 million. The Middle East as a region launched with $1.8 million. Other notable market totals include Australia, $1.7 million, Korea, $1.5 million, Germany, $1.3 million, France, $1.3 million, and Spain, $1.2 million. The other new opener this weekend, Pixar, Disney's Elio, did not meet expectations, lifting off with $35 million global, of which a soft $14 million was from 43 material overseas markets, 80% of the footprint, with China, Japan, and Spain to come later. This is well below the pre-weekend projection despite positive audience and social reactions. Note that Elio, which skews young, opened into an international marketplace where kids' school holidays have largely not yet begun. Elemental opened into the same corridor in 2023, albeit on a more staggered release, and ended up continuing to build. To create franchises, studios have to start somewhere. Disney has the top 3 original animated global openers post-pandemic in Elemental, Encanto, and now Elio. But the latter didn't click out of the gate and will need to capitalize on holidays and a lack of new animated entries until Smurfs in mid-July. See Anthony's deep dive for more. Elio scored its best overseas opening in Korea, where it jumped from #4 on Friday to #1 on Saturday and ended the frame with an estimated $1.8 million at #1 for the frame. Behind Korea were Mexico, $1.4 million, France, $1.3 million, UK, $1.2 million, and Italy, $800,000. As expected, the overall offshore and global weekend was again led by Universal's How to Train Your Dragon, which has fired up $358.2 million worldwide from 2 sessions. The overseas total so far is $197.7 million. In the sophomore frame, the live-action take on the beloved animated franchise's first entry added $53.6 million in 81 markets for a 37% drop from opening. Excluding China, the international cume is above Sonic the Hedgehog 3, HTTYD 3, and The Little Mermaid at the same point. The second weekend saw some strongholds including in Brazil, -13%, Australia, -28%, Germany, -28%, Netherlands, -32%, China, -32%, Korea, -33%, and Mexico, -38%. HTTYD remained the #1 movie in all markets save UK, Ireland, China, and Korea. Japan releases in September. The top 5 to date are Mexico, $24.5 million, China, $23.2 million, UK, $16.8 million, Brazil, $12.6 million, and Korea, $9.6 million. The global IMAX cume is $28.4 million, including $13 million from international. Turning back to Disney, Lilo and Stitch passed yet another milestone, crossing $900 million now with $910.3 million global through today. The fifth weekend surfed up another $19.7 million, minus 39%, from 52 material offshore markets, taking the international cum to $523.6 million. Tops on this one are Mexico, $64.2 million, UK, $46.3 million, France, $37.1 million, Brazil, $34.5 million, and Germany, $29 million. Paramount Skydance Mission, Impossible, The Final Reckoning, also in its fifth weekend, has reached $540.9 million global to date, after adding $12.8 million from 66 overseas markets during the session. The international running cum is $362.5 million led by China, $60.6 million, UK, $32.9 million, Japan, $30.2 million, Korea, $22.5 million, and France, $21.8 million. The worldwide IMAX total is $74.5 million. In local news, we're hearing estimates that Indian superstar Aamir Khan's latest, Sitare Zameen Par, is on track for an $8 million opening in the home market this weekend, an $11.5 million global. MISC updated comps notable. Materialists, SNY, a $24.1 million international weekend, 11 markets, $7.5 million international cum, $31.4 M global. Karate Kid, Legends, SNY $1.7 million international weekend, 56 markets, $48.8 million international cum, $98.3 M global. Final Destination Bloodlines, WB $1.7 million international weekend, 75 markets, $145.3 million international cum, $280.1 M global. The Phoenician Scheme, UNI $875,000 international weekend, 59 markets, $15.8 million international cum, $32 M global. Sinners, WB $455,000 international weekend, 49 markets, $86.5 million international cum, $363.8 M global.